Every night you look up at the sky and see light. You think you are seeing stars. You are not. You are seeing messages. Messages sent thousands, hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions of years ago by something that may no longer exist. The sky is not a window. It is a record. And every point of light in it is a voice from something that may already be gone. To understand why, you need to understand one thing about light. It travels fast, faster than anything in the universe. 300,000 kilometers every second. That number is so large it barely registers as a number. It sounds like infinity. It isn't. Because the universe is larger than that speed can keep up with. And the gap between what is happening out there right now and what your eye can actually see is so enormous that it changes everything about what looking at the sky actually means. Start close. The moon. When you look at the moon, you are seeing it as it was 1.3 seconds ago. The light entering your eye right now left the lunar surface 1.3 seconds before it arrived. That's nothing. You'd never notice. But it is real. You are not seeing the moon. You are seeing a memory of the moon, 1.3 seconds old. Now the sun. The light reaching you right now left the surface of the sun 8 minutes ago. The sun you see every day is the sun, as it was 8 minutes in the past. If the sun disappeared this instant, you would not know for 8 minutes. You would sit in daylight not knowing the source of that daylight no longer existed for 8 whole minutes. Now go further. The nearest star beyond our solar system is called Proxima Centauri. It is 4.2 light years away. The light from that star that reaches your eye tonight left its source 4.2 years ago. You are seeing Proxima Centauri as it was in 2022. Whatever it looks like right now, you will not find out for 4 more years. And Proxima Centauri is the closest one. Most of the stars visible to the naked eye are between 100 and 1,000 light years from Earth. That means when you look up on a clear night and pick any point of light at random, you are almost certainly looking at something that happened between the Middle Ages and the Renaissance. You are not seeing the night sky. You are seeing a painting made of moments from human history, all arriving at your eye simultaneously, each from a completely different point in time. Some of what you're seeing is from 500 years ago. Some of it is from 1,000 years ago. Some of it is from before the Roman Empire. All of it is arriving right now at the same moment, from completely different eras of history. The night sky is not a view. It is a collision of different pasts. And here's where it gets darker. Stars die. This is not a metaphor or a poetic exaggeration. Stars are objects. They burn fuel, the fuel runs out. And when it does, depending on the size of the star, they die in different ways. Some collapse slowly into quiet white dwarfs, dim embers that cool over billions of years. Some collapse so violently that the entire star detonates in a single explosion brighter than a galaxy. That explosion is called a supernova. In the year 1054, astronomers across Asia and the Middle East witnessed one. A star in the constellation Taurus became so bright it could be seen in full daylight for 23 days. They recorded it in stone, in paintings, in clay tablets. What they were watching was a star dying, an explosion so violent it briefly outshone everything in the sky. We can still see the remnant of that explosion today, a glowing cloud of gas called the Crab Nebula, the still expanding debris of a star that no longer exists. But here is the detail nobody mentions. That star was 6,500 light years from Earth. The explosion the people of 1054 were watching had actually happened 6,500 years before they saw it, before the pyramids, before writing, before cities. The star had already been dead for thousands of years, before a single human eye ever witnessed the flash of its death. They were watching old news. They just didn't know it. And that is the thing about every point of light in the sky. Some of those stars are already gone. Right now, tonight, there are stars you can see with your naked eye that exploded centuries ago or thousands of years ago. The light from that explosion is still traveling toward you. It hasn't arrived yet. You look at the sky and you see the star alive and burning. You have no way of knowing whether the death notice is already on its way. One of the brightest stars in the night sky is called Betelgeuse. It is a red supergiant, an enormous unstable star nearing the end of its life, roughly 700 light years from Earth. Astronomers have known for decades that Betelgeuse is close to going supernova. When it does, it will briefly be visible in daylight. It may already have gone supernova. The explosion may have happened 200 years ago or 500 years ago or last Tuesday. If it did, the light from that explosion is currently traveling toward us at the speed of light, and we will not know until it arrives. We are watching a star that may not exist, and we have no way to know. This is not a flaw in our instruments. This is not a gap in our knowledge that better telescopes will eventually close. This is a physical law written into the structure of the universe. Information cannot travel faster than light, which means there is a wall around everything we can know about the present state of the cosmos. Everything beyond that wall is invisible to us, not because we haven't looked hard enough, but because the light hasn't arrived yet. Now go further still. The Andromeda Galaxy is the most distant object visible to the naked eye. On a very dark night, far from any city, you can see it, a faint smear of light in the northern sky. What you are seeing when you look at it is light that left Andromeda 2.5 million years ago, not 2.5 million years from now. 2.5 million years ago. When that light left Andromeda, modern humans did not exist. Homo sapiens would not appear on Earth for another 2 million years. The hominids walking the African savanna when that light began, its journey could not speak, could not plan, could not imagine what a galaxy was. And the light they unknowingly started to wait for is only now arriving in your eye, 2.5 million years later. You are looking at something older than your species, with your naked eye. So here's what the night sky actually is. It is a museum. Every point of light is an exhibit from a different era, some from thousands of years ago, some from millions. None of it is now. None of it is live. What you are seeing when you look up is a record of what once was, arriving at the speed limit of the universe, organized by no one, received by a creature who only recently learned to wonder what it was seeing. And somewhere out there, right now, there are stars going supernova. There are galaxies colliding. There are events happening on a scale that would undo everything we think we understand. And we cannot see any of it, because the light hasn't reached us yet. We can only ever see what already happened. The light you are receiving right now is all you get. Go outside tonight, look up, pick a star, any star. Hold the thought for one moment that what you are seeing is not there anymore. That the light in your eye is a message from something that may be long gone. That you are standing on a rock, hurtling through space, surrounded by the light of the dead, and calling it a beautiful night. It is beautiful. That's the strange part. It is the most beautiful thing there is. If you enjoyed this journey, subscribe to Void Signal. More mysteries of space are waiting to be uncovered. Until next time, keep looking beyond.